Hey guys, I thought it would be fun to show you kind of where I'm at right now with decor. I have made a few trips to the antique stores in town and slowly collected some things that I really had my eye out for. I think that I was first exposed to what they're calling English cottage style now when I first started homeschooling. As you guys know, I do Charlotte Mason homeschooling, and so with that came a lot of classics, a lot of poetry, literature, music, and art, and a lot of British culture. And the nature science segment had a lot of vintage illustrations of botanical birds, butterflies, mushrooms. I fell in love with it all. I think it is the most beautiful stuff, but I could not afford any of it. So I never got to decorate my dream classroom with all of the beautiful vintage botanical drawings and stuff like that. But now I've kind of branched out to some of the British decor trends that are going on. I think it's kind of interesting to see how it's all evolved, because first, like I said, it was with my Charlotte Mason exposure to those beautiful botanical illustrations. Then it was my blue and white plates. My great aunt took a trip to England and brought these back, and they've been in the family for like 80 years, I don't know, maybe longer, probably longer. And I didn't want them when I first got married, but my mom hung on to them. Then when we moved to this house, I don't know why, I said, you know, I'm gonna put them up. Probably because I had so much new wall space, I needed to put something up, so I put them up. And I fell in love with them. So my friend came over, saw them, and she offered me 6 plates that she had in her family. And I said, yes, please. So she gave me these 3, as well as the ones over there. And before you knew it, I started a blue and white plate collection, and I was so excited. Then I saw, or I discovered, the YouTube channel Farmhouse on Boone, and she had blue and white plates up, and they looked gorgeous. And I saw that she switched them out for red and white plates for Christmas time, and those looked gorgeous. So I discovered something new that I thought was just beautiful, and I wanted to collect and decorate with. So little by little, I started going antiquing and found a few new things. I've had these for a little while. Maybe last year, I found this little bowl and pitcher, and this little plate. And I had all the white to go with it, but I got to create that lovely wall there with these floating shelves. The other is just like grains and beans and spices and stuff. But I just love this wall, and I get so many compliments. So that's super cute. That was kind of like my first little section. And then as well as the blue and white plates on either side of the door. So I love that. Then I kept having issues with what I was putting over my kitchen window. First, it started off with the EAT, you know, the typical farmhouse style EAT. Didn't like it. Then I switched it to a chicken and a cow and a pig. And I think it said milk, eggs, and bacon. Cute, but wasn't what I was going for. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna tie all this together and go find 3 little plates for up there. So I went searching and I found some. So I've got my blue and white plates over the kitchen window. Then I took several more trips and I could not find any. I feel like everyone was after the same thing and they were just gone. I went to 5 antique stores, not all at the same time, over the course of several months, and nothing. So that was a little bit of a bummer, but it's all right. I can't quite remember how, but the next thing I spotted that I thought was so beautiful was the copper jello molds on the wall. And my heart skipped a beat, and I thought, that looks so gorgeous with the blue and white plates. I want some. So I started thrifting for those. I found some in antique stores and thrift stores, and I bought a couple off of Marketplace. So it's not, I don't know how much further I'm going to expand copper pieces, but I really wanted a few on the wall and then a few pieces here and there just to like tie everything together. But this is what I've got so far. Then I was on the hunt for the red and white plates. Originally I was going to, oh, this is just a cute little thing I found at Marshall's, a blue and white soap dispenser. I got it for the color and it ended up smelling heavenly. And I got myself a little salt box not too long ago. I got this off of eBay. It was $20. And I got to put my little copper spoon that I've had for quite some time with our coffee and tea business. It's a little copper flower. It's not focusing, but you get the idea. So that's super cute. Next I went looking for the red and white plates, and I always had my eyes, I was always looking for blue and white plates, red and white plates, copper stuff, and I started to want to make a vintagey looking wall gallery, but you have to be so careful with that because it can look really like dated really fast. So I've got one up now. I'm not 100% sure I love it, but it's growing on me and I do like it, but I think it's probably the last touch I could do before I start to put too many touches here and there where it starts to make the house feel dated and like not modern enough, you know? I don't like super modern, but I definitely like a more clean, less cluttered look, minimal, bright, pretty colors, welcoming, comfortable, but I love this English cottage thing that is going on, and I want little touches of it here and there, but I don't want it to be overwhelming to where the house looks like, were you born, this looks like an 80s house. So I don't want to date things. So as I walk through, I'll probably find some more things to show you, but that's pretty much the kitchen stuff. Then baskets. I have several baskets. I have two baskets in the kitchen. Even though those are not new, I've had them for years and I've always had them in the kitchen, they are more of the English cottage style. So I brought them out a little bit more to show off. So I've got one at the table, a little piece of copper color, and then white, blue, greenery. It looks really simple, but kind of all of the color scheme I'm going for, and little touches of the things that I want in the house. The basket, the candlestick, the copper color, the blue and white table runner, you know. Then you guys saw us when we went antiquing, we bought this corner shelf. I got it put in. I had to rip out the thing that was there before, sand and paint and close up all the holes in the wall, and now it's nice and set up. Let me show it to you. I love my hanging plants. I think they bring such a pretty touch to the living room. Just the bright white and green colors. And I went ahead and used this wall for my red and white plates. I finally found red and white plates. I could not find them at the antique store, and I went one week and this whole stack was there, and I took the whole thing because I didn't know when I would come across any again. They were the only ones in the store, and like I said, I had gone to 5 or 6 stores and never come across any. So I got all of those and this little tiny one. I got that one from Marketplace, and the rest of these I thrifted this, or I thrifted this, I thrifted these, and this print, and this print are from Etsy. I bought the PDF files and had them printed at Walgreens and framed them. So this is the little vintage or cottage or English cottage style wall gallery I have going. I think as the days go by, I like it more and more. I would love to know if you guys think it looks too cluttered and if you think it matches my style, my house. It's right alongside the door here, but on the other side with the red and white plates, I feel like these other red and white plates tie it all together. It doesn't make it look like too different. And so this is what it looks like with the rest of the house. So yeah, opinions welcome. This is all inherited stuff from my grandma. And I've got little touches like this, some fake flowers, a little touch of spring, more baskets over here, more flowers over here. And my amazing lamp that I so love. A little touch of antique, but everything else looks fairly modern, so it doesn't look like a very dated house, you know? At least that's what I'm going for. I would love to hear your thoughts. And then this mirror. And lastly, another basket with my Bible and Bible study notebook. I've got my firewood basket and my newer copper container. It's supposed to be an umbrella holder, but I'm using it there for decor. Some more flowers, another candlestick, and my little birdhouse. And I got this at Goodwill forever ago, like before I even got into the English cottage style, but it matches. So that's the extent of it all. I feel like I'm right at the place where probably don't need any more. You know, if I got more copper jello molds, I don't know where I'd put them, and I think it would start to become too much. But I will say, the wall behind the chef in the Downton Abbey movie that just came out with all the copper jello molds all over the wall is so beautiful. So beautiful. Also, I love the movie Persuasion, the Jane Austen, the 1995 one. And when they're all sitting in the evening after dinner talking, they all have blue and white cups and saucers drinking their tea, and it's so beautiful to me. And so now I notice these things all the time because British culture and all the things I love. When we went to Mount Vernon, I wanted everything. They had the blue and white plates, the red and white plates, but they also had the green and white, the plum and white, and the brown and white. Gorgeous, gorgeous. And then all the vintage botanical drawings, gorgeous. They had huge copper colored pictures, and they had wildflower embroidery books and all these beautiful things. I wanted everything. It was so, so nice. So I think I have found my current style, but who knows how long it'll last, you know? And it's kind of funny because wood is kind of the new trend, where for a long time everybody was refinishing their wood. It was like strip it down and make it white. But now I want it to stay the wood color. The most I would do with the wood is take the gloss off You know, if I could take all the gloss off this and then stain it with a more natural color, that would be beautiful. But I don't know if it's worth the amount of work, because I love this table. It is solid wood. It is such good quality. It is the table we've had since we got married. It has so many memories of us sitting around the table, the boys learning to eat on this table with their little high chairs. Before that, this is where I would bathe them, in their little kitty tub. So lots of beautiful memories, and I just can't bring myself to get rid of it. And I love it. I think it's a great, great table. So now it's kind of funny that before I didn't want anything wood, I wanted everything white. But now it kind of started with this house, actually. Now that I think of it, Hector didn't want to change the wood trim. And I was like, we gotta make it white, we gotta make it white. And he's like, I like it. And once I decorated, and it was like the light walls with the wood trim, and our colors of our comforter, and the color scheme I had going around the house, I thought, man, it really is beautiful. The only reason I painted the living room trim white is because whoever lived here before had it dark gray. So the same color light gray wall, but these white columns and all the trim and the floorboards, they had dark gray. And I was like, this is going like immediately. So I painted all that white because it's much easier than ripping all of it out, getting brand new wood ones, staining them all, cutting them all, and then nailing them all up. Maybe we'll do that one day, but this was faster. It took me one weekend, so it's not ugly dark gray. And if we ever want to put the wood to match like the rest of the house, we could do that. But for now, it's beautiful and white. But it's the only area of the house that's white, is the living room, the hallway, and the boys' bathroom. The whole rest of the house has the wood. So I love it. I think that's kind of what started it. And then I realized in all of my research for English cottage decor that wood was the thing. And I started to notice, yeah, I really like it. I love the wood next to the copper, next to the blue. It is like such a beautiful color scheme to me. I haven't quite gotten into the dark art. Like, it is very, very English cottagey. I haven't quite gotten into it, and I don't know if I will, but things like this, like how this is so dark and this is so dark. There's some that are like really, really dark. I think I still am into bright, light colors, and the light colored baskets and stuff like that. Beautiful. And I love gold. I've had little touches of gold and copper throughout for a while. Not just since this. This I've had for a while, and I've always loved the next to it with white. And I still have some touches of like more of the farmhouse style. It's like slowly exiting, but I haven't like done away with all of it, because I feel like that blend is, I don't know, I just prefer it over the full-blown English cottage. Because the full-blown English cottage, you'll see some channels that are going all out, and it just looks like so much that it's gonna be really hard to redecorate when they get tired of it. This is just little things here and there that I can move, you know, and switch around over the course of the years, and everything else is more of a classic look, so it can stay and not go out or look dated right like in the next 5 years or something, you know. So it's been fun thrifting and going antiquing. It's been fun kind of revamping my style and my decor and getting to collect things, because that's something I didn't have the luxury and the privilege of doing before when I was dirt poor. But now I have a little spending cash and it's just fun. Obviously not a necessity, but I will say it makes me really happy when I see all of my beautiful blue and white plates. Would I save them if the house was burning down? Probably not, but they still bring me joy. Isn't that weird? I know you ladies understand. It's beautiful to make your surroundings lovely, and I think God made us that way, and there's nothing wrong with that. So I hope you enjoyed seeing my fun new decor and the pieces I've gotten over the course of the last 2 years. Not quite 2 years, 2 years will be in September since we moved here. So 1 year and 8 months or something. And that's all I have for you. God bless you guys. See you next time.